Welcome, everyone. My name is Marvin Jenkins, and I'm the coordinator for the Women's Business Center for Maryland Capital Enterprises. And we're a nonprofit organization, and we assist women entrepreneurs who are either starting a new business or looking to expand their existing business. We have two offices, one in Salisbury, Maryland, and one in Baltimore. And we service the Eastern Shore of Maryland, plus Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Anne Arundel County. And we offer a lot of educational workshops, educational programs, one-on-one consulting and counseling, as well as loan assistance. I will mention, since talking about different workshops, we do have one coming up this Wednesday, the 23rd. First steps to starting your own business. So if you can, go to our website and register for that. And I'll put our link in the chat so that you'll have know how to get in touch with me. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Tanya McCoy from the SBA, and she can start her presentation.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. As Mr. Marvin said, I am Tanya McCoy with the U.S. Small Business Administration, Baltimore District Office. I am an economic development specialist, and I am also the women's business representative for our office. And this webinar that I'm going to do today will cover SBA programs and services that we offer to small business owners. And I'm going to cover three areas today. And that's going to be with our resource partners, our loan programs, and our federal certifications. So let's get into it. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of SBA. The Small Business Administration was created in 1953 to aid, counsel, and assist small business owners. We focus on the 3 C's of entrepreneurship, and that's capital, certification, counseling, and training. The SBA Baltimore District Office services the state of Maryland, excluding Montgomery and Prince George's counties. Those counties are serviced by the Washington, D.C. office. In addition, those 2 counties, in addition to the 2 counties in Maryland, the D.C. office also serves Northern Virginia and all of Washington, D.C. Now, every business starts with a dream. Turning your dream into a reality requires confidence, resilience, drive, and yes, knowledge. The SBA can assist you in every step of the way, no matter where you are in the business process. Now, I want you to ask yourself, what drives you? What gets you up in the morning? What is your personal motivation and gives you a meaningful purpose for being a business owner? Are you looking to contribute to a cleaner world, maybe improve the way people communicate, improve the lives of elderly, or maybe educate the youth of our population? You should not want to be in business only for the money. You should have a passion for the industry and for the industry, for the industry you are in or want to operate in, as well as make an impact in the industry. Now, on the next slide, we will discuss how SBA can help you to start, grow, and expand your business. Through working with the SBA, small business owners are empowered to succeed with valuable resources, business trainings, access to capital, and the right expertise for each stage of the business life cycle. Now, here are a few questions to keep in mind. Where are you in the business life cycle? What are you looking to achieve? Now, many of you are probably in the beginning stages of your business, which means you are currently planning and launching your business. Growth is doing the same thing bigger. Expansion is using your current platform to develop other areas of business, which in turn grows the current platform. I cannot talk today, my apologies. In most cases, SBA can assist businesses recovering from disasters such as the COVID-19 pandemic or a natural disaster such as a hurricane. Now, on the next slide, I'm going to be playing a video that explains a little bit more about what we do, and hopefully you will be able to hear it.
Yeah, I don't think the volume is working on it.
Did the volume work?
No,
No.
it didn't.
My apologies that you had to sit through the video and not hearing it. SBA Resource Partner Network helps to extend outreach to serve the nation's small business community outside our district offices. When you need reliable advice to start or grow your business, the SBA can connect you with experts who understand the business climate at both a national level as well as in your specific region or market. Whether you need to create a successful business plan, get expert advice on expanding your business, or simply train your team, the SBA makes sure you're never far from the help you need. We are here to help you. Now, SBA have over 1,400 resource partners and centers nationwide. Let's talk about the different resource partners. Now, the first resource partner that I want to discuss is SCORE. SCORE is the nation's largest network of volunteer business mentors. The mentors are prior business owners and/or executives who have real-world experience that you are looking to gain and want in a mentor. You can meet with a SCORE mentor in person, virtually, over the phone, or via email. The Resource Partners offers mentorship, counseling, and free webinars. They are there to help you. As I mentioned, they are part of our network. The SCORE mentors, they provide a lot of one-on-one resources and assistance to you. They have wonderful webinars. If you're looking to do a business plan, they can help you with a business plan. If you have a business plan completed, they can help tweak your business plan. They are our mentors, and they are available to help you. Their services are free. Some of their workshops, they may charge a small fee, but primarily they're mostly what they do are free. Okay, so let's talk about the Small Business Development Center, which is most commonly known as the SBDC. The SBDC offer free business consulting and counseling for planning, launching, and growing a business. They offer free or low-cost training to current and potential business owners. Now, some of the topics that they can cover is a regulatory compliance, technology development, and international trade. The consultants at the Small Business Development Center can also assist small businesses with applying for financing, federal contracting certification applications, purchasing an existing business. And in addition, if you're looking to purchase an existing business, they can help you do your business valuation and make sure you're getting a good price for the business and/or supplies, equipment, things of that nature. The next resource partner is the WBC. I'm not going to go into a lot about the WBC because we have Mr. Marvin here with MCE. But what I will say is the WBCs were created to provide essential business counseling and training for women business owners. They have a focus on women business owners, but will help any business owner in need of assistance. Each center tailors its services to help small businesses navigate the challenges that women often face when starting and growing a business. The next resource partner is, we cannot leave out our veterans, so it's the VBOT, which is the Veterans Business Outreach Center. We're so excited. Almost 2 years ago, we were approved to get a VBOT locally here in Maryland. Before, the closest one to us was in Springfield, Virginia. We now have 3 locations in Maryland that can assist veterans with getting started with their business, financing, things of that nature. Now, with the VBOT, they primarily serve as active duty service members, National Guard or Reserve members, veterans of any era, and military spouses. Anyone in the designated groups can receive business training, counseling, and referrals to other resource partners outside of the VBOT. In addition, the resource partners offer business plan workshops, concept assessments, and mentorship. So if you are a veteran and you're looking for assistance, you can contact the VBOT. The information is on the website, and I can also give the information to Mr. Marvin, and he can email it to you all. Let's talk about the money. Now, at this point in your business life cycle, you're probably going to need access to capital. If not now, you will be needing access to capital soon. And when the time comes, the SBA can support you in several ways. Now, when you're talking about our loan products, SBA loan programs are designed with unique needs of small businesses in mind. SBA loan programs provide longer repayment terms, lower payments, and there are no early payoff penalties. That's really important to know. This will give you the flexibility that you need to cultivate your business while meeting your current financial obligations. So the first loan program that I want to talk about is the microloan program. Now, with the microloan program, they are smaller size loans that go up to $50,000 provided through SBA funded intermediaries called microlenders. We have 7 microlenders in Maryland. Now, each microlender has its own lending and credit requirements. The interest rates and repayment terms may vary from lender to lender, but generally, the microlender will require some type of collateral as well as a personal guarantee of the business owner. Now, most microlenders will not have a minimum credit score requirement, but they want to look at the big picture. They want to know, how did you get where you are, where you can't necessarily apply for traditional financing. They want to see where you're headed in your business, the future of your business. Remember, they are invested in you and your business. Microloan can be used for a variety of purposes, which include starting and growing your business. Now, some examples of a microloan use of funds are as follows: working capital, inventory, supplies, and furniture. Yes, you can use it for equipment and machinery, and we will allow you to even use it for fixtures. Now, the next loan program that I want to talk about is our 7(a) loan program. Now, this is our most commonly used loan program. The maximum loan amount for this program is $5 million. And with the 7(a) loan program, it can be used for most business purposes, such as short and long-term working capital, refinancing existing debt, purchasing equipment, machinery, furniture, fixture, supplies, purchasing real estate, including land and buildings. And then, yes, you can even use it for purchasing another small business. The interest rates and repayment terms for the 7(a) loan program will vary from lender to lender. Now, I'm going to talk to you about the 504 loan program. That's our second most popular loan program. Or I should say third. 7(a) first, microloan second, and then the 504 loan program next. And the 504 loan program provides long-term fixed rate financing for up to $5 million for most major fixed assets that promote business growth and job creation. That's really important to know, that you have to be able to promote growth and job creation for this program when you're considering applying for the 504 program. Now, this particular loan program are available through CDCs or certified development companies. Now, what are CDCs? I'm so glad you asked that question, because CDCs are SBA-based, community-based partners who regulate nonprofits and promote economic development within their communities. And currently, we have 3 CDCs in Maryland. Now, for the 504 loan program, you can use it to purchase or the construction of existing buildings or land, new facilities, long-term machinery and equipment, or the improvement or modernization of land, streets, utilities, parking lots, landscaping, and yes, existing facilities. Now, keep in mind that the 504 loan program cannot be used for working capital or inventory, consolidating, repaying, or refinancing debt, or investment in real estate. Now, the interest rates and repayment terms will also vary from lender to lender, but we can help you identify a lender. We have a program that's called Lender Match. Now, with this program, all business loan programs will apply, all business loan applicants will apply directly to an approved lender. A business plan is required when you submit your application. Now, in order to do that, you need to identify a lender first. Now, Lender Match can help you connect with SBA approved lenders who may specialize in your industry or type of project. There is a 3-step process with this program. You have to fill out a questionnaire, and lenders will start to contact you within 48 hours. You then select a lender you wish to submit your application. Now, this is not a credit check or submission of your application. It is simply a system that connects you to the SBA lenders. The questionnaire is maybe 15 questions. You basically want to describe what your needs are, the reason why you are applying for financing. Let us do the work for you. Let us bring the lenders to you. I would suggest you not to fill out the questionnaire until you're absolutely ready to apply for financing. Your credit is in order. Most lenders want a minimum of a 680 credit score. Again, that does not include the micro lenders because their requirements are a little bit different. You want to make sure everything is in order before applying for the loan programs. Utilize our resource partners to look over your business plan and make sure it is lender friendly and lender ready. Okay. Now let's talk about increasing your chances to secure a loan. Lenders want to see that they are not taking too big of a risk by loaning you the money. The SBA can connect you with one of many resource partners that we discussed at the beginning of this presentation that can help you prepare your loan package and, as I mentioned, review your business plan. Resource partners can help you prepare to speak with SBA lenders. Now, here are a few things that you want to think about: the size and purpose of your loan, age of your business, your credit history, your collateral, your financial projections, and any technical assistance or mentoring needs that you may have. Now, when you are talking about applying for financing, as I mentioned, you want to make sure that your business plan is up to date, that you have your expense sheets in order, your financial statements in order, your financial projections in order. If you are not familiar with your financial statements, please, or any of your financial documents for your business, please schedule a meeting with your accountant and become familiar with them. So let's talk about the 5 C's of financing. Now, this is what a lender will look at when reviewing your application and determining your credit worthiness. Now, the 5 C's of financing is the process the lender will use to see if you're credit worthy. Now, this refers to your credit, to your character, your cash flow, your collateral, your capitalizations, and your conditions. Now, let's talk about the first C, which is character. The lender wants to see that you, as the borrower, demonstrate the strength of character. The lender will want you to have a sound credit report and a steady payment history. The credit report should be accurate and complete before applying for the loan. Now, try to get your credit in the best shape possible. As I mentioned, most lenders want a minimum of a 680 credit score. Now, the second C is cash flow. The lender will want you to have adequate cash flow to repay the loan. The lender is going to want you to know if you pay all existing business and personal expenses. The lenders will look at the money that is going out, which are your expenses, and the money that's coming in, which is your revenue. Lenders also want to know if you can repay the loan from the business profits or if there's a secondary source of repayment. They will also inquire whether you have other existing debts, because that is really important. The third C I'm going to talk about is collateral. Lenders also want to see that you have collateral to offer if this loan is not repaid. This can be both business and personal assets. The fourth C is capitalizations. The lender wants to see that you have capitalizations within your business, which means it refers to the owner's equity in the business. Basically, lenders want to see that you have skin in the game. Generally, you're not going to find 100% financing for a business loan. You have to put up something, either collateral or funds when you're applying for financing. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, conditions. Lenders want to know if there are any outside conditions that will affect your ability to repay the loan. Now, this could be market conditions, competitors, industry trends. It could be a lot of different variables that come into play. Now, showing how the business has been impacted by the pandemic and the steps you have taken to overcome the implications of the pandemic can also fall under conditions. Now, let's talk about your potential and branching out. Now, are you looking to do business globally? Are you looking to export? Now, nearly 96% of consumers live outside of the USA, and 2/3 of the world purchasing power is in foreign countries. Foreign countries. Now, let's talk a little bit about exporting and doing business global. Now, we have what we call the USAC, or the U.S. Export Assistance Center. These centers, they have exporting and global experts there. They may have an expert that works with South Africa or China or any other countries. They have experts that have relationships with different countries to help you get a better understanding of the do's and don'ts of doing business overseas. Also, the Small Business Development Center have certified international trade specialists available that can also work with you. Now, a lot of people may not know it, that the STEP program, or the State Trade Expansion Program, is available to business owners. And the link on the screen, I can also send a link to Mr. Marvin so he can send it out to you. This program is amazing. It is managed by the U.S. Department of Commerce. If you need assistance with marketing or branding your business to do business global, they have a program for that. If you need to customize your business plan for the international market, they are there to help you with that. It's a lot of perks. There is a lot of perks for utilizing the STEP program. Please utilize our resource partners at the Small Business Development Center and the USAC to help you do that. Now,
thank you. Have a beautiful
we also can everyone mute your microphones, please? So if you're already doing international trade or doing business overseas and you just need a little assistance, we have funding programs that can help you. Our Export Express loan program can assist you. We have Export Working Capital loan program. If you just need funding to keep you going for your working capital, we have that available. And if you just need an overall loan for all things international trade or doing business global, we also have several different loan programs that can help you for that arena as well. Again, as I mentioned, we have the USAC. They're located in downtown Baltimore. Give them a call if this is something that you think you may want to do and you want to expand your business in this arena. Disaster is a subject that none of us want to think about, none of us want to talk about. But an estimated 25% of businesses do not reopen after a major disaster. No one wants this. SBA most definitely does not want this for any business owner. But it happens. And when it happens, we're here to help. Please visit our website to create a small business preparedness plan. You can visit our website, sba.gov/prepare, to get information on how to create your plan. Some of the things that you want to think about is business interruption insurance, cybersecurity insurance, things of that nature, because when a disaster hits, it hits. And as we all know, there are different type of disasters that can affect the economy. So give it some thought and some consideration. Now, under our disaster loan program, we have several loan options. Now, when a disaster hit, let's think about hurricanes. Did it damage your real estate where your business is located? If so, we can assist you with getting funding for your real estate, your personal property. You may be a home-based business. We can assist you with that as well. Economic injuries, such as what happened with the pandemic. A lot of business owners suffered from an economic standpoint during the pandemic, and some are still recovering. If your machine or your equipment get damaged during a disaster, your inventory, we can assist you with that as well. Now, a lot of people may not know this, but we have a military disaster loan program for active duty military personnel. Let's just say there are two business owners. One business owner is the military personnel that is the primary, it's the contracts person, bringing most of the revenues for the business. This person is called to duty. The partner is left to run the business. Well, because that military personnel has been called to active duty, the business may be suffering because it's not bringing in as much revenue. Well, you can apply for a disaster loan for that as well. Remember, we're here to help you. Let us help you. Do not walk this road of entrepreneurship by yourself. We are here to help you. Now let's talk a little bit about contracting, and we're going to be wrapping up shortly. Now, the federal government is the world's largest customer. We buy 23% of all services and goods with business owners. Now, when you're looking at your readiness to do contracting with the federal government, we want to make sure that you're ready. Look at your marketability. Look at your structure and your experience. Do you have the proper systems in place? Do you have the capacity in place? Do you have the ability to find contracts? If you say no to any of those answers, then reach out to our resource partner, PTAC. Well, they changed their name to the Accelerated Program. They are our procurement resource partner that can assist you to understand the federal government sector in general. Now, as far as SBA concerned, as I mentioned, the federal government purchased 23% of services and goods every year from small business owners. And a lot of the way they do that is with our certification programs, or we call them the set-aside programs. The first program that I want to talk about is the 8A Business Development Program. This is a 9-year program. We suggest that you don't apply for the program until you've been in business at least 3 years and you have developed a past performance, subcontracting work. We want you to be ready to perform as a prime, because you only have 9 years in this program. You do not want to waste 5-6 years of this program learning how to operate in the federal sector, and you're not getting the best use of the program. With this program, the first 5 years is what we call a developmental stage. That's where we work. You're assigned a specialist for the whole 9 years that you are in a program. We work with you. We assist you in going after government contracts. Now, you primarily have to market yourself, but we can assist you with some of it. The last 4 years is what we call the transitional state. We're going to help transition you out the program. What we don't want is for you to primarily depend on 8A set-aside contracts to keep your business going. Because once you graduate from that program, you will be no longer eligible to bid on 8A set-aside contracts. So while you're in the program, the first 5 years during the developmental stage, you have to do more 8A set-aside contracting while you're in the business. The last 4, you have to do less, because we're transitioning you out of the program to be able to go after federal work without heavily relying on the 8A program. Next is the HUBZone program. It's the historically underutilized business zone program. And this program primarily is a geographical program. There are certain geographical areas throughout the United States that Congress deemed necessary that need to be stimulated from an economic standpoint. With this program, you have to at least 35% of your staff have to live in a designated hub zone area. Your business have to be in a designated hub zone area. Now, your employees does not have to live in the same designated hub zone area as your business, but they must live in a hub zone area. And we do come out and check. You have to recertify every 2 years. Now, remember the 8A program, it's a one and done, 9 years. You cannot recertify, you cannot reapply. You cannot sell your business or give your business to someone else and that person apply with that business. You cannot do it. You cannot ever apply, nor can your business. But the hub zone, you can recertify every 2 years, and we will come out and check. And we don't necessarily make an appointment when we come out and check. The third program is the WSB program, or the Women-Owned Small Business Program. Now, with this program, there are only 445 NAICS codes that participate in this program. And you can go online to the WSB or the contracting page, go under the WSB program, and you can look and see all the 445 NAICS codes that participate in this program. Now, under this program, some of the codes are set aside for WSB, and then other codes are set aside for EDWSB. Under the heading, Women-Owned Small Business, there are two sides to this program, WSB and EDWSB, or Economically Disadvantaged Small Business Certification. And again, there are only 445 codes that participate under this program. You do have to recertify every 2 years. If your code requires you to apply under EDWSB, your personal net worth cannot exceed, I believe it's $750,000 minus. There are certain items that we will exclude, such as the net worth of your, not net worth, the value of your personal residence, things of that nature, we will exclude out. If this is something you think you may want to apply for, please, by all means, apply for it. But I would say the same thing like the 8A program, build your past performance first. Get some subcontracting opportunities under your belt first. Because remember, with these set-aside programs, if you are awarded a contract, you are performing on these contracts as a prime, means that you're 100% responsible for the contract from an operational standpoint, as well as a financial standpoint. So you want to gain knowledge of how to effectively operate on a federal contract before you are awarded a contract. The fourth program I want to talk about is the Veterans Program. It is a service-disabled veteran-owned program. Beginning of this year, the VA no longer certified firms for federal certification. SBA now manage that program. The requirements, you have to show the documentation that you are a service-disabled veteran. You have to recertify every 2 years. Firms that were already approved for validation by the VA prior to SBA taking over, those firms are grandfathered into the program for the first 2 years. Then they have to show all the documentation, meet all the requirements before they can get approved for recertification. To learn more about our certification programs, please visit certified.sba.gov. Again, I will send Mr. Marvin the links for him to send out to you. Now I kind of went into the benefits of the programs. So I'll give you a chance to read over what's on the screen for those of you that are dialing in. The main difference of what I've already stated about each program is with the 8A program, the federal agencies have to set aside 5% of all contracting dollars for this program. Also, you receive exclusive program training as an 8A certified firm. Now, with this program, you must own at least 51% of the business and you must be a US citizen. And of course, you must be of good character. You must be small by SBA standards. Again, if you want to learn more, you can visit certified.sba.gov. The Hub Zone, the difference in what I've already stated about the Hub Zone program is, when you're bidding on a contract, as a Hub Zone certified firm, you get a 10% price evaluation preference as a HubZone certified firm. All federal agencies have to set aside 3% of all contracting dollars for this program. Again, just like all of our certification programs, you must be small by SBA standards, and you must own at least 51% of the business. And of course, you must be a US citizen. Now with the WSB program, the difference, what I've already discussed, the federal agencies have to set aside 5% of the contracting dollars for this program. And the WSB contract are for industries where women are underrepresented. That's how Congress developed those 445 NAICS codes. Now let me take a step back. When I say codes and NAICS codes, that is NAICS, and that stands for North American Industrial Classification System. For each product and or service you provide, there is a 6-digit code or NAICS codes that represent it. You must be small by SBA standards for that particular NAICS code. Each NAICS code have a size standard. You must be small in that NAICS code when you are bidding on the contract. Again, you must be a US citizen. And your adjusted income cannot exceed $350,000 over a 3-year average. And the woman or the women that own the business must manage the day-to-day operations and make the long-term decision. That is mandatory. After all, it is a women's program. Now, as far as the Veterans Program, the difference of what I've already discussed about the Veterans Program, federal agencies set aside 3% of contracting dollars for this program. Okay, and of course, the eligible veterans must have a service-connected disability. That, as I said before, you must be service disabled. To learn more about the Veterans Program, you can visit veterans.certify.sba.gov for additional information. Also, on the Certify website, there is a checklist or a questionnaire, if you will, to find out if you're truly ready to start operating in the federal contracting sector. As I mentioned, reach out to our resource partner, PTAC, for assistance. They have procurement specialists all over the state to assist you. Their website is mdptac.org. And I will give that information to Mr. Marvin, but I'm sure you already have it that he can send out to you. They can help you determine if you are ready to do business with the federal government. So also I want to say, don't just depend on federal government contracting unless that's absolutely the only thing you want to do. Go after state contracting and local procurement as well. Once you obtain the state certification, the MDOT certification, all the counties in Maryland, including Baltimore City, will accept that certification, and you don't have to apply. Some counties no longer have a application process. They just basically have a procurement program. Okay. If you're interested in bonding, please contact our bonding office. You may need a bonding for contracting. You may need for performance bonding. There are several different types of bonding that you may need to operate on a contract or successfully run your business. Again, I'll give the link to Mr. Marvin to send to you where you can look into our bonding programs and find out what bonding agents are approved to work with our bonding program. So now, if you are joining us via your computer, please take a few minutes to scan the QR code to tell us how we're doing in general. I hope that something that I've said today will help you in your business, if not right now, going forward. And I thank you for your time for listening to this presentation. Mr. Marvin?
Okay, does anybody have any questions? Let's see, let me go to the chat here. Let's see, there's one question that says, at the SBA certification site, I'm found under the certify SBA.gov. I'm not found in the WOSB certify.sba.gov. Will Apex help expedite this issue?
I'm sorry, say that again, please.
At the SBA certification site, I'm found under the certify SBA.gov. I'm not found in the WOSB certify.sba.gov. Will Apex help expedite this issue?
It will not. Apex can help you with the procurement side of it. If you're looking to bid on contracts to help you understand the bidding process, just everything with procurement. If you're talking about the certification portion of it, Apex will not help you with that. The Small Business Development Center can help review your application for any of our programs before you apply for, if that's what you mean. Please let me know if that is what you mean.
And we have another question that says, does my business have to be registered in Maryland?
Our programs are nationwide. The Small Business Administration service the entire United States and the territory. So we service Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Virgin Islands. So if you're looking to apply for certification, it is nationwide.
Another question. Did you say that if applying for financing, that we should first go for traditional loans before an SBA loan?
No, I did not say that. This SBA guarantee loan program is an option for you if you cannot apply, if you cannot qualify for traditional loans. Most lenders are going to want you to utilize the SBA guarantee because it's less risk for them. If you borrow up to $150,000, SBA will guarantee up to 85% of that amount. If you borrow over $150,000, SBA will guarantee up to 75% of that amount. Look at it this way. If you apply for a $100,000 loan, that's under the 150 threshold, SBA will guarantee up to 85%. If the lenders have you put up 20% of the asking amount, it's no risk for them.
See, one other question. How do we find more information regarding SBA grants and not loans?
So unfortunately, SBA does not have grants. We look at grants as our competitors because we have loan programs. However, you can visit grants.gov to see if there are any grants available that you can qualify for.
Looks like unless somebody else wants to, let's see. Oh, no, here comes another question. What is a typical interest rate from SBA if your credit is good and you have 20% down?
Now that can vary lender by lender. Generally, we look at New York Prime and plus, I want to say 2.25%. Please don't quote me because it can change. But I know it's at least New York Prime plus the extra percentage.
And looks like that's the last question.
Okay.
So, well, another one came up and said, are SBA loans as good as or better than traditional loans?
I think that's a matter of personal opinion. Some people love SBA loans and some people say, well, you know what, I'll just stick with the traditional route. I think it's personal preference.
And then let's see, I think that's the last question. There's a lot of people saying thank you for all the information. Another thank you. So
it is completely my pleasure. I have my email on the screen. If you have further assistance about SBA programs and services, please feel free to reach out to me Also, all of our upcoming webinars and events are listed on the Eventbrite and our events page on our local Baltimore District Office website, which is sba.gov/MD for Maryland.
And I will be sending out to everybody that attended the recording, the link to the recording of this webinar, so that you can go back, and if there's something you missed, or you can go back through it at your convenience. And also have my information linking you to the our websites that has a lot of our other webinars that's coming up. And with that, I'd like to thank Tonya for doing the presentation today. I think it gave a lot of good information.
It is
Mhm.
my pleasure. And as I mentioned, I will send all the links that was in the presentation to you so that you can send out when you send out the recording.
And I will do that. And again, thank everybody for attending, and see you maybe on the next webinar.
Awesome. Everyone have an amazing day on purpose. Bye-bye.